So I gotta say, Dallas Fan Expo was such a fun experience. I always have fun going to Dallas Fan Expo, and this year was no exception when it came to just going there, having fun, having a fun experience, and just enjoying yourself really. When it comes to like Comic Cons and stuff like that, I always enjoy myself usually. Dallas Fan Expo is one of my favorite cons to go to each year. I always try to make it each year that they have it. This was my third time going to Dallas Fan Expo, and I gotta say thanks to the Dallas Fan Expo media team for inviting me back and letting me do coverage there, and just having a fun experience overall. So I gotta thank them for that, for inviting me back to it. But like I said, definitely fun experience going to Comic Cons and Dallas Fan Expo. Comic Cons in general are a fun experience, in my opinion. For me, at least personally, they are a fun experience each time. I like going to different Comic Cons. I go to a lot of small ones. I go to a couple of big ones also that they have. So each year, I try to make it to a couple of them each year, and they're always a fun experience. So I highly recommend checking out a Comic-Con in your area or maybe around you and surrounding areas. Definitely go check it out because it's definitely a fun experience. I highly recommend checking out Comic-Con at least once, at least once. Get a feel for it. Check it out. If you have fun, definitely check it out. Some other Comic-Cons and check, go to one. Definitely a fun experience going to one. So I highly recommend it. But let me go ahead and get into some of the stuff that I actually got from Dallas Fan Expo. One of the big things I do whenever I go to a Comic-Con, and with Fan Expo included, Dallas Fan Expo included, I like meeting the celebrity guests that they have, and this year was no exception to having those really great celebrity guests. This year was, I gotta say, this year was stacked. This really was stacked. Now, like, I don't go. There's a lot of times I don't go multiple days to Comic Cons. I'll go like one day, maybe 2 days. I'll go. But usually it's like one day maybe that I go to a Comic Con. But this year they had such a stacked celebrity guest list that I had to go more than one day just to be able to fit everybody. I wasn't even able to fit everybody that I wanted to meet. I'll get to it later, but I'll explain how I got everything I wanted though still. But like, there's actually a couple of celebrity guests that quite a few celebrity guests that I wanted to meet, and I was able to meet most of them. And like I said, I'll explain later why. There's some of them I had to do some other stuff for and all that. So, but nonetheless, I did pick up picked up a few of the autograph, or not picked up, but I got a few of my Funko Pop signed. That's the one big thing I do, is get some of my Funko Pop signed by celebrity guests at Comic Cons. I like doing that. It's a fun experience doing that. Going up, meeting the celebrity guests, chit-chatting for a second with them, and getting your pop sign or getting something else signed. Definitely could get something else signed if you wanted to by them, but like, I like getting Funko Pop signed mainly, and that's what I got. So I got quite a few signed Funko Pops here that I can show y'all real quick. So let's get into the big one that I thought was the highlight of one of the highlights of this year, and was definitely like, when they were announced, I dropped everything and definitely was like, I'm on board. I'm definitely gonna be meeting them. I got a picture with them. I'll show some pictures later, but I got a picture with them. This was definitely the celebrity guest that was like, dropped everything. Definitely got my tickets right away on that, and I got the Funko Pop of them signed. So, and I got it in a protector case too. So what we have is the Bella Twins 2-pack Funko Pop here. So this one is signed by the Bella Twins themselves, and I got one of those $7 a pop hard stack armors. Pretty good, I gotta say. This was actually my first time ordering one of their hard stack armors, and I gotta say, it's pretty durable, and I like it. I like the way it is, but it's pretty heavy too at the same time. But it's still good protective case here to put in there. But I got the 2-pack signed by the Bella Twins. I can see right there. Such an awesome experience meeting them. Chit-chatting with them for a second there too while they were signing. They're so nice, and like, it was just such an awesome experience meeting them. Like, I usually don't get starstruck by celebrity guests too much. I mean, like, a little bit, but I kind of keep it cool. But with them, it was like an otherworldly experience meeting them, and it was so fun meeting them and chit-chatting for a second with them, talking to them for a second, meeting them, and getting my 2-pack signed by them, which is pretty cool. So, and I did take a picture with them. I'll show some pictures later. But meeting them was such a fun, awesome experience. You know, standing in line and stuff like that, and finally getting to the front to meet them was, I gotta say, awesome experience. Definitely awesome experience. So they were one of the highlights, or one of the top guests that I wanted to meet while I was there, and got to meet them. I've been wanting to meet them for a few years now. Actually, like I've been trying to meet them for a few years, and finally got the chance to meet them. I gotta say, awesome experience. Such an awesome experience. All right, sticking with some of the WWE wrestlers, they had quite a few WWE wrestlers there and Hall of Famers and all that. If y'all were able to see the footage in my video earlier, I tried to get some of the guests that were there and stuff like that. One of the guests that was there, I did end up taking a picture with them, and I got my pop sign. I didn't really actually stand in line to get my pop sign. I actually sent my pop in early to get signed to avoid staying in line because I didn't think I was going to have enough time to get to meet everybody, meet all the celebrity guests. As I was saying before, I had to go multiple days just to have a chance to meet a majority of the celebrity guests that I wanted to meet, because it was so stacked this year with guests, which is awesome that they had this many guests there. But I sent my pop in early to so we could actually get signed, so I didn't actually have to stand in line to get it signed. And really, that's cool that they had that service there. It's really done through the WWE autograph signing company that they use, which is Fitterman Sports. Y'all can look them up. Fitterman Sports. You're able to send your stuff in to get signed. So I saw that they had the service available. I sent in my pop to get signed ahead of time, so I didn't really have to stand in line, but I was still able to meet this person, and get a photo with them too and stuff like that. So, but good thing about it was I sent it in early, my pop to get signed. I sent it in early, so I didn't have to stand in line all that time waiting to get it signed. But what I did end up getting signed, they sent it back already also too. They sent it back pretty fast. They're actually pretty fast when it comes to their service and all that. And they sent it back. I got it like probably a week after the con ended. So it's pretty fast service, I gotta say. But what I ended up getting signed is my Seth Rollins pop. Seth Rollins was one of the guests there, so I got my Seth Rollins pop signed there, which is pretty cool. So you see he got it signed right there. And they also put the sticker right there too on the side, like little certification sticker on there too. You gotta see Fitterman Sports Group right there. So they're the company that does pretty much all the WWE signings for wrestlers and all that stuff like that. So honestly, a great company. I actually been dealing with them for a couple of years now. So honestly, it's a pretty great company. But I did get my Seth Rollins pop sign, which is pretty cool. So excited about that, to finally add this to the collection of my autographed pops. So, and it was pretty cool meeting him too. He's kind of he was very similar to his the way he is on TV and stuff like that. I remember getting the photo with him, and he was actually he came in with a pastel tracksuit. It's like a pastel. I don't remember what color. You'll probably see in a picture. I'll show the picture in a second. But he came in a pastel tracksuit, and he didn't have like a shirt on. He just had like the jacket, but he had it unzipped and stuff like that. He was like showing his chest off too and stuff like that. But it was just funny meeting him and having that experience with him, getting a photo with him, and him wearing that. It was kind of funny. I was kind of taken aback by what he was wearing and stuff like that. But nonetheless, it was a fun experience meeting him. So I gotta say, glad to have met him. All right, this next one I'm gonna show y'all is one I've been wanting to get for a couple years now. For those of y'all familiar with Will Friedle, he was the older brother in Boy Meets World, and he also voiced Batman Beyond in the cartoon back in the 90s. He was also the voice of Ron in Kim Possible, and he was there. The voice actress for Kim Possible 2 was also there too, I believe. But he was there, and I've been wanting to get this pop signed for a couple years now. I keep missing him whenever he tries to do a con and stuff like that, but I keep missing him. But this year I finally was like set on trying to meet him. I was like set on it. I was like saying, I'm going to meet him this year. I'm going to get this signed by him, and I did finally meet him. I did get this signed. I'm glad I was able to. So what I did get signed by him was my Batman Beyond pop, which is one of my favorite cartoons from my childhood. When I was growing up as a kid, I used to watch it, and it's one of my favorite cartoons still. So I had to get this signed, Batman Beyond pop, signed by the voice actor himself, Will Friedle. And I took a picture with him also, which was pretty cool. Just meeting him and telling him the impact he had when I was like watching some of the shows he was in while I was a kid. Like I watched Boy Meets World and Batman Beyond and some of Kim Possible too a little bit, and just telling him, it was awesome seeing him, as a kid and stuff, and then finally meeting him at the con. It was such a fun experience. Awesome. He was so nice and all that, and definitely was cool meeting him. All right, next up, I got 3 pops. I'm going to show y'all that I finally, after getting these 3 pots, I finally finished my autograph set for these. There's another one that I got like way beforehand, but finally got these 3 signed at the con and finally finished this set for autograph pops. So one of the things is it's actually last year, it was technically last year, was the 20th anniversary of Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings trilogy was the 20th anniversary last year, and unfortunately the hobbits that the actors that play the hobbits were going to be there, but unfortunately they had to cancel. But they did come back this year. Which I was definitely excited for. I definitely wanted to meet them, and I got some of my pop signs. So first one I got is signed by Billy Boyd, who plays Pippin Took, and I got him to sign this Pippin pop, which is pretty cool. So you can see right there, he signed it. And the one thing I like is he actually put a quote. He actually put the quote on the side right here, the side window, and it says, "What about second breakfast?" So those of y'all familiar with the characters of Pippin and Merry, they eat a lot. They eat a lot. They went down their list of the meals they have during the day, in the Lord of the Rings movie. So it's funny how much they actually eat and all that. So a little quote that he put right there on the side, which is funny. It says, "What about second breakfast?" Which is pretty cool. I like that he put that on there. And he signed my pop. So we got the Pippin pop signed finally. Next up, another character that played the Hobbits, and he plays in a lot of other movies also too. And he was also in Stranger Things. If y'all familiar with him, he played Bob in season 2. So I got this signed by Sean Astin, which is the actor who plays Samwise Gamgee in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And it was awesome getting to meet him and getting this pop signed. I got my Samwise pop signed here by him, which is pretty cool, like I say. So awesome experience meeting him. And finally, but not least, we got to meet one of the hobbits who also was in the movie, and that is going to be Elijah Wood. I got Elijah Wood to sign my Frodo Baggins pop here, which is pretty cool. So he was a pretty nice guy, fun meeting him. Talked to him for a second, saying how much I like Lord of the Rings and all that, the trilogy of movies and all that. And it was awesome meeting him. Such a fun experience meeting him and being able to get my pop signed finally by him. So I got those 3 pops signed and was able to complete the set of all 4. I have the other Hobbit that signed. I have his pop already signed. I got it way back before, but finally was able to meet them. He was actually at the con too, so all 4 Hobbits were there at the con, but I already had his pop signed, so I didn't really have to meet him again. But it was just an awesome experience being able to meet them and finishing the pop set, the 4 pops that got signed by the Hobbits. So it was an awesome experience being able to finish that set out too. Alright, so let me show y'all some of these pictures, along with trying to get autographs and stuff like that from celebrity guests. You can also get pictures with them. They have photo ops. You can either do like a professional photo op. They have like photo booths and all that stuff that are set up by professional camera people, and you take a photo with them. They print it out to you. It's an 8x10 picture they print out and give to you. Or sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes celebrity guests available. You get a selfie with them at their table. So sometimes they have that, sometimes they don't. You just got to check with the celebrity guest on that, see if they do have it or not. And you can take a selfie with them at their table, or you could get a photo op, like a professional photo op with them, and you get a 8x10 with it, with your purchase, whatever. But there's 3 photos that I took with the professional photo op people for celebrity guests, and all these are wrestlers. All these are wrestlers. These are wrestlers that I've been wanting to meet and stuff like that. So the first photo I got is a photo with Edge. So those of y'all familiar with Edge, WWE Hall of Famer. He's still wrestling too now, but he is a WWE Hall of Famer. You can see right here. I met him and got a photo with him. So honestly, awesome experience meeting him. He's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I grew up watching him as a kid, and still watch him to this day because he came back and he's wrestling again. But just an awesome experience being able to meet one of your favorite wrestlers of all time that you watched as a kid, and being able to have that experience of meeting them and take a photo with them and stuff like that. Such an awesome experience meeting him. And so the next photo is me with Seth Rollins. As y'all can see, as I was saying, he was wearing that kind of pastel kind of tracksuit going on. He had like unzipped also too, so you can see him. So it was just a fun experience meeting him, honestly. And he's like his character on the TV and stuff like that. So being able to meet him and take a photo with him, that's pretty cool experience. Like Seth Rollins, he's pretty cool guy, good wrestler and all that. So having that experience of meeting him and taking a photo with him, definitely awesome. And get to my highlight of this Comic-Con so far. I've been wanting to meet them for a few years now. I've been trying to, and as soon as they were announced, I dropped everything, got my tickets right away, because I was like, I'm going to meet them. This is it. This is my chance. I'm going to meet them. I'm definitely taking that chance to meet them. So the picture I have is me with the Bella twins, Nikki and Brie Bella. The Bella twins. This was such an awesome experience, I gotta say. It was such an amazing, awesome experience being able to meet them and take this photo with them. Like, look, this is I was trying to keep my cool. a little bit. But I like I said, I don't get starstruck a lot, but I try to keep my cool and stuff like that. But I gotta say, it was definitely hard keeping my cool and being able to meet them, and I definitely was kind of starstruck by them. So yeah, I got the photo with them. I got to meet them. Had that little I just talked to them for a second, and they're so nice and amazing and awesome and stuff like that. It was such a fun experience, awesome experience being able to meet them, chit chat for a second and take a photo with them. So I gotta say, awesome experience, definitely awesome experience. But yeah, like I was saying, definitely try to go to a Comic-Con in your area, and check and see if there's some in your area or in the surrounding area. Definitely highly recommend checking out a Comic-Con. Like I think you'll have a fun experience. The majority of people likes to go have very fun experiences going and stuff like that. I always have a fun experience going to Comic-Cons, whether it's Dallas Fan Expo, which is one of my favorite ones to go to each year, or whether it be another con. I always like to go to different ones. I go to small ones, I go to big ones. So it's definitely a fun experience going to a Comic-Con. And like I said before, I got to thank the Dallas Fan Expo media team for inviting me back to be able to do coverage for the con and give me that chance of meeting these celebrities, just having a fun experience overall. There's a bunch of other stuff to do there besides meeting celebrity guests. There's a bunch of cosplay that goes on. There's cosplay contests, so if you're definitely interested in looking at cosplay or actually dressing up in cosplay, you want to compete or something in the contest, they have that, and a bunch of people walk around with their cosplay on and stuff like that. It's such a cool experience seeing that, what people are able to come up with and all that stuff. And also too, shopping. There's a lot of shopping that goes on. There's a bunch of stuff you could buy, like collectibles and figures and just comic book. They also have a bunch of comic book creators and artists that go there. Too, a lot of big ones, a lot of small ones and stuff like that. So it's awesome. You can actually get some of your comics signed by some of the comic book creators and artists that go there, which is such a cool experience and stuff like that. So you can do a lot of comic book stuff there too at Comic Cons. A bunch of other stuff. You're going to find a lot of stuff. There's like a lot of stuff you can shop for around there. It's such an awesome experience and stuff like that going to Comic Cons, and I highly recommend checking one out. And especially I recommend checking out Dallas Fan Expo if you're in that area, or if it happens to be close by and you want to be checking it out. Definitely recommend checking it out and going to that one, because it's such a fun experience each year that I go. This was my third time going to this one, so I definitely enjoyed it and can't wait till next year when they have it again, because I definitely will be going to the one next year and checking that one out. But like I said, always a fun experience going to the Comic-Con. Hope y'all enjoyed the footage that I was able to get from the Comic-Con. Check out some of that footage and see. Hopefully you enjoyed watching that and seeing that and stuff like that. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Remember, if you want to be part of Team Legendary, all you got to do is subscribe and turn notifications on so you know when I post another video. Hope you all have an awesome day, and remember, be legendary.